So I'm curious, what, like, you say records that made you crazy. What was, when you were like 14, 15, tell me about what you were freaking out about, man.
Well, the record that really made me nuts was James Brown Live at the Apollo, 1962. That record, I just went, okay, that's what you're supposed to sound like live. And that record was really a pivotal thing with me. But I mean, I grew up with that. I grew up in that culture, in that world. So I've heard, a lot of people. I mean, I knew people that used to back up screaming Jay Hawkins, people like that. I mean, I worked with him.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
So where did you develop your influences for this kind of music?
The funny thing is being in my 20s, so many people are like, oh, you live in a time warp, like you have tunnel vision. It's like, I had big ears, like I listened to everything. I absorbed all pop radio. I absorbed everything through the 90s being a kid. I had a cousin who was really heavy into bands like Pavement and Sonic Youth and Built to Spill, so I heard all that music. It's just, when I was 12 or 13, I had to acknowledge the thing that haunted me and freaked me out the most was like Van Morrison and them, like Baby Please Don't Go, or The Animals, or John Lee Hooker, which was something my mom was always playing.
It's the signpost that moved you. And I read your bio, and I saw what you said, and you said these are all just moments in time, and it doesn't matter when it happened, when the time was created. There are timeless moments.
Right, right.
And I totally agree. And the other thing I liked what you said was the whole idea of keeping danger in music. I mean, that's what this show is about. We don't know what the hell we're doing. We just go for it. We just play. And in fact, I can't stand if we do it more than 2 or 3 times. And then it's like we know it too well.
Yeah, well,
so that's what it's all about. Keeping you on your toes.
Yeah,
that feeling.
It sucks a lot out of it. And to be honest, like being a kid who lived through Southern California in the 90s, early 2000s, I heard the extremes of everything. Like I heard punk rock that was supposed to be the hardest core. I heard heavy metal that was supposed to be the scariest. I heard shock rap that was supposed to be the most weird and frightening and violent. But at the end of the day, like the stuff that did sound that
truly frightening,
truly
shocking
frightening and dangerous was
that
like
R&B
R&B record. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's actually, so what's, it's 2 tenors on top of each other.
Right, so it's like
one's going, there's one that's just doing that, it's the repetition of that, and then the barry's underneath it, and then on top there's one tenor that's going, bop, 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 ba-da, bop, bop. Yeah.
I picked one note out of that.
Yeah. But that's the trick. Well, if you want trouble. All right, let's do it.
That's a funky groove, man.
Yeah, man, I love this groove.
And when you do the guitar thing?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right.
Let's try one.
That song is Trouble.
And I tried to lie to myself to be really responsible for a long time and deny that I was going to do this. And all this kind of started because I made this last-ditch effort just to make 145, because I think I was tricking myself subconsciously into being a musician by doing that. Because I was buying a lot of 45s and hanging out at shops and DJing a lot in San Francisco. There's this really amazing scene of young people who are kind of like taking old R&B and soul records, but they aren't hits, and they're programming this whole other kind of like nightclub scene around it and making hits of their own. So it's like all of a sudden everybody in San Francisco one week wants this Betty Swan record. Why? Like that was never in demand at all. Oh, it's because 3 different clubs in San Francisco that are all run by 25-year-olds are playing that song. And so that scene was really part of the impetus for me getting to where I was like, well, I know this stuff. Like I've always paid attention. Like I could just make a record, you know. I can make a record. I DJ a lot of this sort of like Ike Turner, Freddie King, you know, weird Mel Torme. There's a Mel Torme record that's actually really kind of spooky and tough.
I love Mel Torme.
I do too.
He's my favorite from that era. So how did you guys get together?
Craigslist.
Yeah. The 21st century, man.
That's the way to do it, man.
No, you know, I was going through, I had just dropped a tenor player and I was going through a bunch of auditions with people, and it's very confusing to a lot of my peers, like the kind of music that I want to play. So I had some guys who, like I had some heavy jazz dudes who were like, well, you just want me to play simple, you know? And George answered my ad and he's like, well, I work part-time and I go to school, but I would be available 1 day a week. And he came to audition. And I remember we made it like 16 bars into something, and he hit this solo, and everybody in the band was just like looking at each other. We got to get him on. But
you know when it's right.
yeah,
I mean, I can see what you've been listening to. You know, it's a lot of the same stuff that made us all crazy.
yeah.